Elizabeth Halsey is a poor Chicago area teacher who curses at her students, drinks heavily, and takes copious amounts of drugs. She plans to marry her wealthy fiancé, but when he dumps her, she tries to win over substitute teacher Scott Delacorte, who is also wealthy. Their colleague, Amy Squirrel, is also pursuing Scott, while physical education teacher Russell Geddes is making advances on Elizabeth. Halsey had planned on getting breast implants in order to impress Delacorte, but cannot afford the operation. To make matters worse for Halsey, Delacorte begins to have feelings for Squirrel and only views Halsey as a friend. She attempts to raise money for the surgery by participating in her 7th grade class car wash and by manipulating parents to give her money for more school supplies. Her efforts, however, are to no avail. She later learns of a bonus for the teacher whose class earns the highest state scores. Halsey decides to change her style of teaching, going from a teacher who only showed movies to one who makes her students study vigorously for the approaching exam. Alas, the change in her teaching style and her efforts to prepare her students are not enough, as they score low on the quizzes she gives. Meanwhile, she begins a friendship with Geddes, the gym teacher, and Squirrel and Delacorte begin dating. Halsey then decides to steal the state exam by posing as a journalist, reporting on the exam's racial bias. When the rector she is interviewing explains he cannot give her the exam due to protocol, she resorts to seducing and drugging him in his office and stealing it. She also takes nude pictures of him as insurance in case she gets caught. A month later, Halsey wins the bonus and pays for the appointment to get her breasts enlarged. When she catches wind of a field trip her class is taking, which Delacorte and Squirrel will chaperone, she puts poison ivy on an apple and leaves it right in front of Squirrel for her to eat. As a result, Squirrel is unable to go on the field trip, and Halsey replaces her. She tempts Delacorte, and they have intercourse, which Squirrel finds out through Halsey, leaving a revealing voicemail on her phone. She also instructs one of her students on letting go of a crush who does not like him back because she is too shallow. This makes her momentarily reflect on how she has been shallow with her own past relationships. After hearing Halsey's message, Squirrel switches her desk with Halsey's in order to get someone to unlock it and find evidence that Halsey won the bonus unfairly. Squirrel informs the principal, and a meeting is set up for Halsey to discuss the matter with the principal and the superintendent. However, Halsey gets away with her mischief through blackmail and informs them that some teachers in the school are doing drugs. When the police search the school, they find drugs on Halsey's desk, which is now in Squirrel's classroom, thus throwing suspicion onto Squirrel. As a result, she is moved to another school by the superintendent. With Squirrel gone, Delacorte tries to rekindle a spark with Halsey. However, she turns him down after realizing that she has something better going with Geddes, who is more down to earth. The next school year, it is shown that Halsey did not get the breast enlargement because she feels she does not need it and that she looks fine the way she is. She also seems kinder to her co-workers and has begun a relationship with Geddes. Instead of returning to her English classroom, Halsey is now the school's new guidance counselor. Thank you for watching, and see you again in another movie.